So for our campus tour, we chose the Freeman's maple, or its scientific name is Acer Freemani. And something unique about this tree is that it's actually a hybrid of two different trees that are native to Chicago. More specifically, it's a hybrid of the silver maple, or the A. stachyrinum, and the red maple, or the A. rubrum. They use insect pollinators, and they prefer a moist and acidic soil to grow. It is a natural hybrid, but most Freeman's maples that you see today are actually artificially hybridized by arborists or horticulturists who select for a more aesthetic characteristic. And just a little bit on the history. The tree was actually named after Oliver Freeman, who in 1933 first crossed the silver maple with the red maple, and it officially received its name as Acer Freemani in 1968. So now we're going to move on to what the leaves look like. Oh, and before we leave here, the picture over to the right of the reddish-orange tree is what the Freeman's maple looks like in late fall to early winter, so it's very vibrant. Now we move over to a leaf of the Freeman's maple. It is a simple leaf, and it's a maple-like characteristic, obviously, as stated in the name. And with recent artificial hybridization, it's favored to have 5 to 8 lobes, and I think the picture we have here has about 5. You can't see it on this picture, but it becomes more clear in the late winter. That actually has a silvery underside to it, and it gets that from the silver maple. And you can see somewhat in this picture, its color becomes more intense as you move more medially onto the leaf. And the leaves can be roughly around 3 to 5 inches long. If this tree is younger, it can be under 30 feet tall with a smooth bark, but the bark slowly becomes fissured with age. And when it's fully grown, it can be anywhere between 50 to 80 feet tall. So now we're going to look over at the flowers of this tree. And what's unique about these flowers is that they usually appear in early spring. And some trees have both the male and female flower, which the male flower is nearly microscopic and can't be seen. So what you're looking at now is basically just the female flower. And other trees have only the male flower, so you won't even see this on some trees. A lot of the trees we saw on campus actually didn't have this female flower, so we might just have a lot of just male flower characteristics. And yeah, that's all we have to mention for this campus tour, and I hope you enjoyed.